What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle, and today's a good day because you found the right video. And I have not uploaded in a long time. I've been prepping for this video for quite some time because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to build a store from nothing, from just an idea in my head, out to $1,000 a day and to make profit on it. So let's get started. So the idea behind this is that I'm going to give you everything from me finding the product, to me building a store, to me running the advertising, to scaling, and everything in between. I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritty with Shopify and how to set up refund policies or anything like that, but I wanna give you the general overview in terms of design and apps and what I personally use to build successful stores, and to take you along and show you kind of the psychology behind things. And with that being said, I don't want to waste a lot of time in this video. I'm going to jump in to my ad manager right now and just show you where I am as of right now. I think I've been running the store for about a week, and this video isn't going to go from point A to point B. It's just the introductory. I'm going to have several videos in this series describing different things and bringing you guys along. So let's get started. Alright guys, so here we are in my ads manager, and what I did was I just started this all the way back to the beginning. So today is July 17th. I started this on July 8th in terms of running ads, and you're looking at my first day. It wasn't very impressive. As you can see, I had $60 of total ad spend. I think I ran this late in the day. I think I ran it like mid-afternoon. And so that's why I had such low ad spend. What I basically did was I ran a PPE campaign for $30, and I did that across all 8 packet countries. And my idea behind that was, 1, I want to get some interaction with it, get some social proof, and 2, to gain some data. And I'm going to show you the product in a minute, but I had a hard time trying to figure out what to target for this because I didn't really have a specific target audience. And so my general strategy was to just gain enough data and to do lookalike audiences. And if you don't know what lookalike audiences are, I'll probably do a video on that at some point. But for those of you that do know, I was basically just trying to grab some data and to go from there. So the first day I was just targeting a bunch of just random just interests and what I thought this would be a great product for teachers, for people that were recently moved to a new home, interior designers, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, again education. And I was just kind of going down the list and just trying to try as many things as I could to try and see what worked. And as you can see, obviously I had some sales. I ended up getting 3 sales in the day. But I ended up losing money on it, so I didn't even break even on the ad spend, and ultimately I was pretty happy with it. As long as I'm getting sales in the beginning, that's always good, because more often than not, you're not going to become profitable in the very beginning unless you just pick the right audience at the right time. But let's fast forward to the next day. So I got my ad spend. I spent over double that. I had another $30 a day ad spend just for the PPE campaign to continue to get that social proof. I tried a bunch of different new ad sets. I continued running the same ads I was running just to I usually let ads run for 2-3 days. And just so you know, I was running $8 a day per ad set. And just continue to test that out and to let the ads optimize to see what I came about it. And again, just continuing to gain data. So that day I actually did worse. I did a 0.57 ROAS, but I had 7 purchases, so I was still okay with that. I'm just trying to gain data. Let's go to the next day. The ROAS even got worse. I tried a lot of different things. At this point, I believe what I started to do is I was starting to run some lookalike audiences. So I created a custom audience for 75% video views and 95% video views. And for those of you that don't know, basically I'm taking data. So for anybody that had watched my video, which was the ad was a video, and for anybody that watched 75% of it or 95% of it, Facebook kept their data, and I was able to use that data to find more people that looked like those people. And they didn't do very well in the beginning just because I didn't have a lot of data. As you can see, my ROAS dipped. I spent $262 to make $137. At this point, a lot of people would be discouraged. They would say, maybe this isn't the right product. And, maybe they're right. I don't know. But I wanted to continue to gain data because, like I said, this was a broad product. I didn't necessarily know who the right person was. And so I was going to gain enough data from Facebook to help me determine who the right audience was my strategy. Go to the next day. It got a little better, the ROAS of 0.65. I spent another $300 to make $209. And so I was losing money, right? This isn't factoring the product cost, the cost to have a store, to have apps. I was willing to go in for the long haul because I felt like it was going to be profitable. And I'm going to show the product in a minute here, but just bear with me. Let's keep going forward. The next day, I upped my ad spend again to nearly $500 to make about $360 back. One thing that you might not see here is I'm charging shipping. It's not going to factor in the amount of money that I made on shipping here. So on 28 orders, I'm making $295 a piece. So I'm making, my ROAS is actually better. It's probably closer to about 1 at this point. And also Facebook Pixel sometimes misses, sales here and there. So you see 0.74-ish. It's probably closer to 1, but still I'm losing money. But I'm not losing as much as people think. And still at this point, I'm creating new lookalike audiences. I'm building. So originally, I'd done lookalike audiences for the U.S. and the United Kingdom because I saw that those two countries seemed to be reacting the most to it. And so I created the 75% lookalike video views and the 95% lookalike for video views as well. And then from there, I started to gain some data for the view content because I had a lot of traffic that were going to my website. And so I created lookalike audiences for 1%, 1 to 2%, 2 to 3%, all the way up to 9 to 10% for both those countries. And those are starting to roll out. And a lot of times, and I was throwing those into a CBO, and a lot of times the CBOs don't do very well in the beginning because I keep the CBOs very, very broad, and I let Facebook start to determine what the best path is and to figure out the right audience. And I'll go more in depth about that, but I'm just talking in general terms. And I continue to do that, and I kept going horizontal. I didn't want to start to capitalize on some of the ones that were doing well. I wanted to test as many different things as possible and find the right fit for things. And I kept doing that, and I kept scaling, and I kept losing money. And I wasn't doing it intentionally, but I knew I was going to lose money. So on the 13th, so mind you, we're about 6 days in here. We're about 5 days in here. I'm spending $500 to make roughly about $500. This is probably actually closer to $600 just because you factor in the things that it missed in terms of the shipping and in terms of the missed sales. But I'm probably still below break-even point. Break-even, so you know, is about probably 1.4-ish. 1.4, 1.5 is my break-even ROAS. So at this point, I'm probably getting about a 1.2, which I'm still losing money. So I'm spending $500 and losing money, but I was still trying to gain data and trying to get as much as I could so I could help find the right person. Let's go to the 14th. Update that. The ROAS got a little bit better again, 1.24. I spent a little bit less money, but about the same. I roughly probably had about $650 in sales. And I'll hop into my Shopify store just to show you on the back end what this looks like. But continues to get better. I'm continuing to test lookalike audiences. The 15th, I had a bad day. I was testing a lot of different things. I was trying to still scale horizontally, which I was fine with that. I knew I was going to lose a little little bit of munchies. I was going to lose a little bit of money because I was creating a lot of CBOs, testing a lot of different lookalike audiences, and I was in it for the long haul. I wanted to really make this a winner, and I wasn't going to try to take short-term wins. So then the next day, it dropped a little bit more. But then what we do is we move to today, which we've spent $930. It's going to say I made $1,100 back, but I did make more than that. So this is current day as you're looking at it. This is the 17th. Let's go ahead and actually first let's do this. Let me show you the product. It's actually just tape. This is double-sided tape. Oh, and then we're going to jump into an ad. Very nice. Let's back it up. It's double-sided tape. The reason I picked this, I found it on some ad, on a Facebook ad. It looked good to me. I checked AliExpress. I saw a lot of orders, which means it was a winner at some point. It's got a lot of reviews. It's got pretty good reviews. Low cost for it. And I figured that, you know, the way that you use this is you can use it to put up decorations. You can put up picture frames. You can put up, you can do a lot of different things. Let's see if it shows us the other uses for it. You can tape down carpets. You can, it has a lot of use for it, and I really exemplified that in the video. But so roughly, you know, it costs, with shipping, it probably costs like $5-6. What I did was I actually went to a sourcing agent because I was already selling a lot of it, and I'm getting it for about $5 out the door, and I'm charging for roughly, so I've got two different variants. I got one variant that I'm charging for about $15 plus shipping, and then I've got another one that I'm charging about $20 plus shipping. So I'm making about 3 or 4 times the cost it takes me to get it out the door, which is actually really good, and that's what you should look for. But so current day, I've spent, you know, $930. It says I made $1,100, but let's go ahead and look at my Shopify and see how much I really made, or how much I'm at this point. Let's refresh because people don't believe it sometimes. And I have to blur some stuff out because I'm not ready to reveal the store. Once I get 100 likes on this video, I'm going to reveal the store. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm still looking at the data here, and I don't want to mess it up by having a lot of you guys get on there because you might not be my target audience. I've made $1,370 today. Again, I'm probably at about break even because it cost me $930. Let's do some quick math here. So 1,370 divided by, we'll just call it 950 because it lags a little bit. So right now I'm at about a 1.44 ROAS. As I said, break even was probably about 1.4, 1.5. A lot of people would see spending $1,000 to break even is it's probably not a winning product. I'm still scaling horizontally. I'm still trying to find the data and find the right fit. I'm thinking tomorrow I'll probably make a little bit of profit, and I'm hoping over time I can scale it to making a lot of profit. And that's why I wanted to give you an update right now, is just to show you where I'm at and to show you that, yeah, a lot of people do struggle. I have been doing this a long time, and I have had a lot of success, but I still struggle. Sometimes products aren't easy to push out and just to make a bunch of sales and to be profitable on day one. Sometimes you have to invest in Facebook, you have to invest in the data, and then use that data to continue to scale horizontally until you find what works, and then you can scale vertically and really make some of those big bucks. But why don't you drop a comment below if you think I'm going to be able to make this profitable or if it's going to be a failed store. I don't know yet at this point. You're seeing it in real time right now, depending on when I see the video. But as I'm talking, this is what happened today. I pretty much broke even at about $1,000 ad spend. Depending on what happens, I mean, it's 8:30 p.m. right now where I live, so there's still a few hours left. But yeah, I guess we'll see. But drop in the comments. Let me know if you've ever struggled with this before, and let me know if you think I'm gonna make it. All right, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed that. Like I said, this is just the introductory video. This is just here to show you where I started. I know a lot of people struggle in terms of making a store profitable or even breaking even. And as you can see with this, I'm struggling a little bit, and that's okay. It's not always the case like this, but sometimes it is. Sometimes you just have to buy data and try new things. But at the end of the day, don't get tied too much to it. Don't get too emotional. realize when the store is a loss and the product isn't gonna sell. I've seen some positive indicators, so I'm gonna take this a little bit further and see if I can make this ultimately a winner. And with that being said, I will say that let's try to get this video to 100 likes. And once that happens, I'm gonna release what the store looks like. And in the meantime, subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos in this series. And until next time, peace.